Hey.
Hey.
Good morning. Who's killing Rover over here this morning?
Probably Garrett.
Garrett? Well, he's right in your guys' wheelhouse, isn't he?
I don't know. I saw him alive, you know, up close. He's pretty impressive.
Oh, man.
Hey, you were shaking for 30 minutes.
I started shaking. You checked that?
Yeah, it's done. Look at that. Definitely done.
When everybody's running out of the woods to take shit this morning, we'll know it wasn't.
Yeah. What do you think I'm doing, man? You think I'm eating that shit? I'm gonna feed it to them.
I got a whole roll of toilet paper in my backpack, so.
Good morning, everybody. It is opening day of rifle season here in New York, and just got done getting some coffee in me up to the cabin. All them guys are excited. They're actually going to be hunting a deer that you guys probably all recall from the channel over the last 3 years here that I've referred to as Rover. Rover is a buck that this year is a 5.5-year-old deer, and he was a deer that lived on ours as a 3-year-old. I videotaped him a bunch of times and had some different encounters with him. And then it seems like as he's got older, he turned to a 4.5-year-old last year. He moved east more toward our neighbor's property, and then this year as a 5.5-year-old, he's got a tiny little area that he stays in, and it's all on the neighbors. He hasn't stepped foot on our property once this year. So it's kind of a weird situation with him, how he kind of changed his area as he got older. But anyways, that deer's been up on their property a whole bunch, and super excited to see if one of them guys get a chance at him. He's a beautiful 140-inch 10-point, and it'll be cool to see if one of them guys can put a hole in him this morning. But anyways, I found out this morning I was going to be hunting below the farm a buck that we call Scar, and found out this morning that he was killed last week. The last picture I had of him was on 9/5 or 11/5, and he had went MIA for quite a while, and come to find out he's dead. So congrats to the person that got him. Beautiful mature buck. So that leaves me to coming back to Cherry Ridge, where there's a few mature deer that are sometimes in the area. There's the heavy 9, which is a mature buck, not a high scoring deer, but a mature buck nonetheless. And then you have Glade, which is really hit or miss. I mean, that deer is here one day and gone for 10. That's a deer that just doesn't seem to stay here and is really on the move. There's another mature deer that's got a really messed up goofy rack that was actually here early this morning on the cell cams, on the trail cams. I don't plan on shooting that deer unless he gets me excited when I see him. If he gets me fired up, then I might let him have it, but otherwise it's not a deer I'm looking to kill. There was a beautiful 3-year-old buck that showed back up I was worried that had got shot, but he had been gone for like 3 weeks and showed back up early this morning right here in this hidey hole food plot. That's a deer that I'm excited about what he could turn into next year. So the other thing is there's going to be a lot of pressure on the woodlots around around the edges here, especially across the main road up here. So we might see deer or bear or anything, lots of stuff moving around. So anyways, we'll keep you updated, and I'll keep you posted on how all the neighbors are doing. Looking forward to switching the bow out for a rifle here, and we'll see what happens this morning. You'll get to see it right with me. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Great. Seen anything?
Yeah, I saw 3 little bucks and a couple little doe.
Yeah. We're up here in the shed. There was a few doe behind us when we came in and stuff in that field where you said, where did you put that blind? Up at the end of this wood thing? Or, where we normally park to come in this? Is it up further up the hedgerow?
No, you can see it. If you look right behind if you look out of the shanty behind you, you can see it. It's right up on the edge of our and Brian's line. Property line.
Oh, way up there. Okay, yeah. I never even looked up there. Okay. I see it, yeah. That would have been a good spot to shoot them deer, yeah.
Yeah, that's where all the deer are coming out.
Yeah, that's where those deer were this morning when we got here. But I didn't see any horns on any of those, but yeah, we haven't seen anything else anywhere. Heard a couple shots. Yeah, I heard a couple shots. Looks like John just pulled back into the building up there. The white vehicle, anyway.
Well, I think that's going to do it for the morning. It's about 12 o'clock right now, 11:30, and we just had a 2-year-old 8-point come out and browse on the treetop right there, and then ate in the corner of the food plot a little bit, and then worked back into the creek bottom. I think all we ended up seeing this morning was 2 6-points, a spike, 2 doe, and that little 8-point. Most of the action was right when it got light. There was a bunch of deer out in the food plot when it got light, but we'll head back. Vern shot a nice buck, so I'll show you a picture of that. There's Vern's New York rifle buck, so he was excited about that. We're gonna go get some lunch.
There's the killer right there.
Nice buck, Vern, man.
You already
Tell
saw
us, tell us the story.
The story?
It didn't take very long.
It started getting daylight, and
Get out.
2 does come up through, and the does kept looking back, and then there was a doe that was blowing out away from me, and the wind was blowing on me, so I didn't know what her problem was. And then this doe looks back again, and I looked and just kept staring behind her, and all of a sudden I seen antlers, and I just pulled my rifle up, and I was looking at it. It was coming towards me. I seen its brow tines, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's definitely a shooter. And then I don't know. I get all wound up.
Where'd you hit it at? Did you drop it?
Oh yeah, I dropped it right there. And then it just started walking, and I never looked back at the antlers again. And finally, I seen its side, and I squeezed the trigger, and it was 80 to 100 yards or something like that.
Right in the same area that you shot the one last year?
Yeah, but it was behind me.
Oh.
It wasn't over here. It was over here. And then I got down, and it had gotten just daylight, at 7:38 when I'd shot him. And when I found him, I looked around, I'm like, damn, there's buck rubs in here. So I don't know, my lunch is still packed, so my hunting season's over until
muzzleloader.
Yeah, muzzleloader or bear hunting, or
Yep.
I might go to Ohio the 2nd of December down on the public land and just stomp in there and sit in the pumpkin patch. I don't know.
Give it a try.
But gotta do something, because half an hour deer hunting's not enough for me. It's the first time I ever got it over with that quick.
I know, when you texted me this morning, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Boy, those brow tines are really nice. That's cool.
Her baby moved out, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to her, and
That reminds me of a buck that we used to have, we called flat top. Just because of the way his beams go out, and really cool buck.
yeah, that's what I was.
That's cool.
Yeah, that he was walking up through there. That's. I seen his brows. I didn't know how long these things were.
Yeah.
But
He stinks.
the wind's blowing that way.
Well, I come up to the cabin to get some lunch and some soup and stuff, and everybody's gone, and I wonder what everybody's doing, and I hear they're all sleeping. Opening day, a rifle's just a little bit too much for the Beckrink crew over here, I guess. But the good news is, we've got lots of soup left, so I'm just gonna... Holy crap, there's cupcakes too. I'll be darned. I'll just have my own little picnic here.